What's going on, guys? We are back again, and we are finally going to be reviewing Resident Evil 4 the remake. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I was beyond shocked that we even got this game, or I was even able to get this game. So, I want to go ahead and say, obviously, it's been out for a while, so I want to go ahead and get it out there. It's been out, what, like a month? Or a couple months almost at this rate. Uh, if you guys really enjoyed this game, obviously let me know what you guys thought about it. I did enjoy this game. The entirety of this game, again, if you've played the original, I played a little bit of the original, not too much of the original, but this game, it took me a minute to kind of not really get familiar, but kind of get going in the story a little bit because I've had a lot going on, so I haven't been able to game a whole lot. So I finally sat down and finally binged on this game. Was finally able to beat the game. Gameplay. I'm gonna get in this first off. Gameplay was your typical Resident Evil fashion. You know, choosing what to use for certain weapons for enemies, using the environment around you. Um, always being on your guard, not sure who's going to survive, or, the killing in here, man, was absolutely crazy. Like the deaths, playing Leon again, so, and then having someone with you the entire time, because again, you're protecting the president's daughter in this. So again, if you guys aren't familiar with this, you're playing Leon Kennedy, who gets dispatched somewhere in Europe because the president's daughter goes missing, and you come across this cult group by the name of Las Plagas, who have taken the president's daughter and infects her with a parasite to transform her some kind of a monster. You unfortunately get infected as well, and you have to fight off the infection as well as protect the president's daughter and cure yourself and her and fight off this weird cult monster type of infraction. So, very cool story. Characters. Leon was a badass. I'll go and say that again. Pretty much takes off right where 2 left off. Ada Wong does return, obviously. Everything's pretty much the same from what I looked up from the original. Ashley was pretty cool in this. Villain-wise, I would say the most, irritating boss was probably the one, Ramon. He was really annoying, man. Like, I just got real tired. I just wanted, every time you just wanted to shoot him in the face just for him to shut up. I enjoyed that fight to a certain degree. I enjoyed the probably the chase with the big cheese, of what they nicknamed one of the other bosses. And then I would say probably the hardest boss fights was probably against, oh man, what was his name? I know the tip of my tongue. I know the name of it. I just can't think of it right now. Krauser. I think Krauser was probably one of the hardest ones in the game. He was just due to, I would have to say, a lot of parrying. I didn't really do a whole lot of parrying until I got later on into the game. So I think he was the hardest one. I know when I finally got a rocket launcher, I think I did 1 shot, 1 kill for Ramon. And then I did like 1 shot, 1 kill for Sadler. So that was pretty cool. I think the graphics was absolutely amazing. I think they did very well done with this game. The only thing I wish they did a little bit differently is the shaking with Leon, man. I don't like that. I don't know why there was so much shaking with this character. It really bugged me. I was like, why? Like, when you're trying to shoot, you're just shaking all the time. I don't know why. I wish they would have fixed that, but it is what it is. Same thing for the casing. I absolutely hated the inventory in this, having to upgrade your case all the time. I know you can do that in the other games. That's pretty much what they've been trying to do, is, expand your inventory, but at the same time, it wasn't as bad as I remember some of the older games. I think this game is really showing not only what Capcom can do, but what Capcom can thrive on within the horror industry and the Resident Evil industry, obviously. But Resident Evil did come back very strong. I did not have no issues with this game. It was very well paced. They had a lot of great characters in here, great I'd just say great overall. I really have nothing too bad to say about this game. It was a lot of fun. Not a whole lot of jump scares because, again, the only thing that probably got me was in the lab where you're going up against that particular type of creature. He was very hard to kill, so I was low on ammo, and I had to divert and try to open up the lab manually and had to run a lot. So again, I am doing a little bit of a new playthrough right now, just kind of enjoying it. Maybe to go through things where I didn't see it the first time, because normally in a Resident Evil game, I try to explore as much as I possibly can, but I always notice in another playthrough there's always something that I miss. That's normally how it happens. But overall, the game really kept me on my toes. It really kept me on, okay, is another enemy going to come out of the corner? And it was just really enjoyable. I mean, the lake monster was very enjoyable. The giant was an enjoyable boss fight. Some areas of the game was really hectic. I would say the one with the village at first was pretty cryptic to deal with. And then where you're trying to protect Ashley all the time, especially when she's away from you, you're having to go so fast to be able to get a good angle to not only shoot the enemy but not shoot her at the same time and be able to protect her. So that was kind of got a little bit of futile, because over time you're like, okay, you know, how did I shoot her? Did I shoot her? Did I get too close, or what's going on? So in certain times, if you guys have never played the other game or do not play the original, you really have to choose your weapons wisely on certain missions, because they will be coming very handy. Especially if you're in close quarters, or if you have a lot of groups. Obviously, if you have a lot of groups, you want to use your pistol sparingly. You want to use your shotgun as much as you can, but sparingly. Same thing with a machine gun or a rifle. So you want to use those guns and those weapons very sparingly. Again, if you played Resident Evil, you guys know what I'm talking about. But overall, I really did enjoy the game. Like I said, I may go back and play it again. I'm waiting on, honestly, for an announcement of a remake for 5, because I don't see a reason why we would not get a remake for 5. I'm waiting on another, like Resident Evil 9 at this point. You guys know I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I love Resident Evil. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us further down the line. So let me know what you guys thought about Resident Evil 4, the remake. Was it a good game? Was it a bad game? Was it okay? Was it fun? Was it boring? What was your overall thoughts about it? Please let me know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, also subscribe, and I'll see you as always once again on the next one.